I got some really awesome stuff in the mail this week, another tool review, and stickers all coming up right here, so stick around. Well, hello everyone. Today is Saturday, May 14th. Welcome to another edition of Shop Talk. My name is Mike and I'd like to welcome you to my workshop. So what's been going on this week? Well, I haven't really had a whole lot of time out in the shop, which is kind of a regular thing. In the month of May, it's kind of crazy around our house. We've got 3 birthdays to contend with, Mother's Day, and everything else that goes on in life. But I did manage to get out here a little bit this week and start to kind of look around and planning for the collaboration projects that I mentioned in my last update. You can hear more about it if you watch my last update, but basically a maker who's also on YouTube that I met in Atlanta, who I'd already kind of been in communication with prior to the woodworking show in Atlanta. We've been talking more about moving forward with some collaboration projects. So the plan is set right now. We've got the time frame set, and he's actually going to travel up to my house and be here in the shop with me for a couple of days. And I'm really excited about some of the projects that we're going to be doing. Some of them are going to be kind of build projects or shop organization projects to kind of go along with the theme of many of the projects that I've done this year. And who knows, he's also bringing me a lathe that he's going to be giving to me, which I'm really excited about. It's a lathe that he had as his first lathe, and he has since upgraded, and he knew that I was interested in maybe getting into turning, but really just didn't have it in the budget to purchase a lathe. So I'm super excited about that and looking forward to getting that set up and trying out my hand at turning. So that's coming up. Speaking of turning, I was very excited about a package I received in the mail this week. You may have seen a picture. If you follow me on Instagram, I posted a picture of it, but I am now the proud owner of one of these finely crafted, turned, stabilized wooden mallets by Dima. If you're not familiar with Dima, you should really check him out. Dima's Wood Shop. I took a chance and had a piece of this California Buckeye burl wood shipped up to Dima. It was a larger piece, and kind of made him a deal, which I was excited that he accepted. And he made 3 of these mallets, and in return for the wood, he sent me one of them. And so it's just absolutely gorgeous. He stabilized the Buckeye. It's something that I've had for about 15 years. It belonged to my father. I've got a big trunk of a tree, as well as a slab that's nearly 3 inches thick, and I thought it would look really interesting, and I think that it does. I think it turned out great, and he used a maple for the handles. It's so smooth. This is a very sturdy. I think he said this is about a 14-ounce mallet, and I'm really looking forward to being able to use it once I get my bench set up. So thank you so much, Dima. This is just an amazing job that you do on these mallets. Go check him out. I think he's got the other 2 for sale on his Etsy store. Actually, I think one of them's already been purchased by Mike Walls, the guy that brought me the slab. I think he purchased one. So Mike, you're really gonna like it. So that is exciting, because I'm gonna actually have a wood lathe in my shop, and I'm gonna be able to try my hand at some of the rest of the Buckeye. So I'm excited about that. So look forward to those collaboration projects coming up. It may take some time to edit. We're hoping to film quite a bit of different things while he's here, and we'll try to get that information out as quickly as possible, get those videos edited and uploaded as quickly as possible. Again, I don't want to ruin the surprise about who it is, but I'm sure it's going to be a familiar face for some of you. So yeah, looking forward to that. So tool reviews. I got some really good feedback from the previous kind of tool. Again, I'm not really calling them tool reviews because I'm not going over every aspect of these tools, but based on a comment from a previous shop update, I've started kind of highlighting one of the tools in my shop in these updates each week. And this week I've decided to highlight this guy right behind us. So let me get a different angle set up so we can see what we're talking about. So this is my sliding compound miter saw. It's not the first miter saw that I've owned. The first saw that I owned was actually my father's, and it was a Delta, I think it was a 12-inch compound miter saw, but it didn't have the sliding features. It was simply the chop saw, and I had that for a number of years after my father had his stroke, much like my bandsaw, and used it. It was a great saw. I loved it. I actually built a kind of a collapsible bench for it that had a fence system and everything, and the legs folded up under, that I got out of a magazine. Worked great, but I didn't have the cut capacity that I wanted in a sliding version such as this one, and so I purchased this one. It's been a number of years ago, probably 10 years at least, and I love it. Eventually I did end up selling the other saw, mainly because it just wasn't getting used, and I felt like it needed to be used, and so the fellow that bought it was really happy. I tossed in the stand for it as well. So this is Makita. It's the LS1013FL 10-inch sliding compound miter saw, and so as you can see, it slides on dual rails back in the back. They're actually underneath the saw. It's got a very, very smooth motion. It has, as you can see, this little bendable LED lamp that is part of it, as well as the laser, which can be adjusted. It's simply on one side of the blade, but I think you can adjust it if you want. The locking pin here, of course. The top mechanism is very, very smooth. The rotation, as far as changing the bevel or the angle of the cut, is pretty slick. The bevel, adjusting the bevel, there's a handle in the back that you can loosen, it's kind of hard to loosen. Very tight. But the one thing I like about the saw is you can actually tilt it in both directions. So let's see. So with the bevel loosened, you can tilt it in to the right or to the left, and it's got some kind of stops that catch at different points. So I've used that feature both when using cutting crown molding when we moved into the new home. Works really well. Let's see, the blade guard. A lot of times the blade guards on these saws tend to get in the way. I haven't really had that problem with this particular saw. I've been really pleased with that. This little hold down can very easily move from one side to the other, which I do regularly. And also it's got this feature, I don't know if you can see it, let me turn it around, where this fence can pivot from one side to the other. So you can have kind of a longer fence, or you can have a little bit taller support fence on the back of the saw. So that's a pretty handy feature as well. And on this particular workbench, I built this when I moved into the shop, so it sits a little bit lower than the counter over here. The idea that the deck of this saw would be flush level with the top of this counter. Somehow in my measurements I didn't quite get that exactly right. I'm a little bit off, and so I think at some point I'm going to have to actually build this up just a hair, or else shim the saw up. Currently it's bolted down to this, so it's pretty sturdy, but I may just take some of this hardboard and make some shims, shim it up. But let's see, I mean, what else to say about it? It's a 15 amp saw, it's pretty powerful. Of course, dust collection is atrocious with most of these saws. What I've tried to do, so I've got this flex hose here that's basically, it was just some pump hose, I think, that I found pretty cheap at the home center, and it's connected to a port back here on the back of this beveled piece. When I did my dust collection video, which I'll leave a link in the description of this video, and also that you can click on, but you'll see that I had a drop come down the center. It's actually behind this television, and there's a gate on the top of this that I can just pull that plastic gate open, and it draws the dust. It works pretty well. I still have to tighten up my dust collection and seal up the gaps. I think it'll work better. The one thing I do want to do to improve this is create on both sides a little drop down sheet, maybe some heavy duty plastic or bisqueen with some slits for the saw itself, and to try to create a little more draft in the center section of this saw right here, because it is pretty dusty. So I'm really hoping that with both with that and with the improvements that I plan to do on the dust collection, that will help with the dust extraction portion. So, but the saw itself, I've been very pleased with. It's easy to use. It's easy to adjust, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm happy with it. If I ever do upgrade, I've looked at the Capex. Seen some pretty good reviews for the Capex, and I've kind of drooled over that for a while, but I'm not really sure that at this point that I really need to upgrade. So that's my sliding compound bevel chop saw. So would I purchase it again? I absolutely would purchase this saw again. It is, like I said, it's been a very good saw for me. It's a very pretty powerful saw, as long as you keep a nice, sharp, clean blade on it. It's been able to do everything pretty much that I've thrown at it. So I can't remember exactly the price range. I'll check on that and leave a link in the description, but I'm sure it's changed since I purchased it. But definitely a well-made saw, and I've been really pleased with it. Okay, so let me know what you think of the tool segment, and if you like it and want me to keep moving forward with it, I will continue that. So I didn't receive many stickers in the mail this week. I actually only received one envelope, and had a couple of stickers from Michael Cleaveland at MEC Woodworks. So thanks, Michael, for that. I believe your stickers are already on their way to you. Don't quote me on that. If not, they'll be out soon. So thank you, Michael, for those stickers. Again, if you would like some stickers, I still have plenty of these stickers. Send me a self-addressed stamped envelope to the P.O. box listed in the About tab on my YouTube banner, and I'll be happy to get a couple of these mailed out to you free of charge. Or you can simply mail me some of your stickers, and once I get those and see the address, leave your return address, I'll shoot some stickers out to you as well. Last thing I received in the mail this week, some of you, if you follow me on Instagram, you may have already seen this, but I was super excited, really humbled and blessed by this mat. And Matthew, I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce his last name, so I don't want to butcher it, but benchmats.com sent me this mat. He is the owner and operator of that business, and Matthew actually purchased one of my t-shirts several weeks back, maybe a couple months back, and really liked it, and he was wearing it, and he said that he got some paint on his shirt, and he was pretty bummed about that. And so I don't know, something in me just said, you know what, I'm just going to send him another one. I had another already made up in his size, so I shipped it out, put a note, say, hey, can't be having you wearing one of my shirts, and it's got paint all over it, so here's another one, complimentary. And he was very gracious or grateful for that, and he in turn said, hey, I've got a surprise coming to you, send me your logo. And so I sent him my logo. I should have thought about it a little bit more, because the logo had a layer with the white background, because the logo was the sticker logo that I had made, and I didn't remove the white background, so he made it with my logo, which it looks fine. It looks like a big gigantic sticker on his mat. But I think when I get my workbench made, I'm actually going to send him the logo minus the white background, and have him make another one for my workbench. So I've mentioned my workbench. I'm really getting excited and trying to budget some funds for some of the hardwood, as well as look at how I can use this red maple slab that Mike Walls brought me last week, and the walnut boards as well for the Samurai workbench. So I'm really looking forward to that. But Thank you so much, Matthew, for sending me that Benchmat. I really appreciate it. If you're not familiar with them, basically think of a very large mouse pad, and that's basically what it is. It's about the same thickness as the thin mouse pads, so the rubberized back, and they are designed to put on your workbench to lay your tools out, kind of protect the edges of your tools from potential damage just kind of being tossed up on your workbench, as well as protecting your workbench as you lay some of your tools out. Really great product. Check him out at benchmats.com. He's also on Instagram. So that's about all I have for you this week. Thanks for watching again. If you have any comments, please leave them in the comment section below. Let me know what tool you'd like me to review next. You may not know what all tools I have, so I may just have to pick one out. But thanks again for watching. If you're not currently subscribed, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit that subscribe button. We're going to have more tool talk videos coming out, more shop talk videos, build videos, and collaboration projects coming out in the near future. So thanks for watching. And let's roll the sticker music.